Well, it's been 5 years since I made this series, but anyways, what's up you guys, Skyro here, and I'm going to talk about a series I created called Skyosaurus Origins because it's been 5 years since I released the first episode of it. It's crazy to think about it since it's been that long, lol. Originally, it was going to be a remake of my old series called Skyosaurus Origins, but I decided to replace Skyzilla for Skyosaurus because I don't want to get in trouble with Toho since they own trademark of Godzilla, even I won't make any money from it, but still, just in case. But I did make same elements of it, but with few tweaks to improve it. Now, Skyosaurus Origins is based off featuring a kaiju called Skyosaurus, but with war eyes. He's a kaiju was human created by United Nations scientists as a test subject as a weapon for defending humanity from any kaiju when his parents decided to sell him to United Nations when he was 9 years old. At least that's a war when it comes with a story of Skyosaurus Origins. I use same story and characters from Skyosaurus Origins like 2004, Reginald Goji, 84 as a sample. And Skyosaurus is based off me. Not just because I voice at him, it's because he's like my self-interact of me. Like he has a difficult life as a kid, so people can technically mistaken me as a scary. Even I'm not, obviously. Skyosaurus is supposed to be my character I created. For this story, he's a main character / protagonist after all. It's called Skyosaurus Origins for crying out loud. There's also 2004, who's supposed to be the same character from Godzilla Final Wars, but with different history-wise. Now, Reginald Goji, who's supposed to be a Monsterverse Godzilla in Monsterverse, but just like 2004, he has a different history-wise. And I made two good inspiration from Logan Romeo for his G14, since he didn't add a 2019 figure on his series called NECA Godzillas, but in my series, I don't just call him 2014 or 19, I just call him Reginald Goji since he was made by Reginald Pictures, so that's why. Now Evil, who is the exact same character of Return of Godzilla, even Godzilla in the Heisei movies been getting new suits, designs, but just like my Reginald Goji, I made two inspiration from Logan Romeo on his G84, like a scientist since he has a big head. So Evil is kind of like Albert Einstein or Stephen Hitchcock of my series wall, but unlike Romeo's G84, Evil doesn't have siblings or he's not related to 54 or Reginald Goji. Now Bacon, who is the antagonist of this series, and if you're wondering, no, it's not same Bacon from prequels, because this Bacon is from different universe. Just like a female kaiju that Skyosaurus team up with and the Ghidorah on episode 10, so that's the characters of Skyosaurus Origins. Now what about story? Well, the story is the exact same thing on Skyosaurus Origins, but on episode 11, Skyosaurus doesn't become an alpha of Godzilla because he doesn't want to, so he decided to leave Gojira Island, and on episode 12, he found more of his kind, which they were humans too, and he became an alpha of human kaiju hybrids on final episode, whoa. Now, originally I was planning to make Skyosaurus an alpha of Godzilla, but I decided not to, because let's just say some people, including Toho, may not like that idea. So that's probably why. Now, irony of animation of this series is kinda outdated now because, well, I technically improved on movement on animation 2 years later, like around 2021, even there's a people like this series, but to me, now it is outdated. Speaking of animation, I took inspiration from L.T. Taylor 1970 VA on his animation when he made his series called Godzilla Toons, and I was worried if his fans might call me rip-off version of him just because my animation is like his, but years later, I decided not to care because they're probably children, lol. And the app I used to edit on the series and my older videos was KaiMaster. Now my current app I use is CapCut. So I stopped using KaiMaster because sometime on 2022, all my data on the app was gone, so I decided to use CapCut to make a series / movies and reviews and other videos. But despite the animation and editing of the series itself, I would say it was alright for what it is. It's not perfect, but I would say it was alright what it does. It does have a good story, character arc, and kind of personal stuff if you ask me. And plus, I learned some of my audience did grow up with it. I had fun making the series even I didn't know what to do back then. And if you didn't know, I added referencing one of the episodes of the Godzilla Buzz made by 2009 Mechagodzilla on episode 3 because I was a fan of Godzilla Buzz, but I didn't realize 2009 Mechagodzilla is an asshole years later. So let's not talk about it. And another reference I had is the first episode and 10 episodes of Godzilla and Mothra, the Loving Kaijus, made by T-Rex Productions on episode 12, lol. And I also referenced my favorite MonsterVerse film, King of the Monsters, on final episode, lol, when Skyosaurus Pack bowed down to Skyosaurus and a Lion King soundtrack, but yeah. I had memories while making this series. And I admit, it's outdated and not perfect, but I'm glad I made those mistakes because I learned my mistakes, but hey, that's what makes me human, obviously. And I don't just give up after that, I just keep going and entertain y'all. Even a series and films after this, maybe were not perfect, but hey, at least they're better than this. And I'm still running, and hopefully in the future, I'll be better than now. But for now, Skyosaurus Origins isn't perfect, but I still like the story and the world I came up with, and I'm glad I managed to do a series the way it is now. Not only because some of my audience grew up with it, it also made me learn a thing or two, and I always look back on my experience making this series, and very fondly in the future, currently exists. This is Skyler, and peace out everyone.